Critical Tumble, where a bunch of longtime friends and internet nerds transcend geography through the power of Discord to play Dungeons and Dragons and have technical issues no matter how much Smeagol wishes it otherwise. Previously, um, the Cupcake Coterie is currently just heading back into Ambier, um, on the basis that there's still a bit of mess there that needs to be cleaned up. They did deal with the house arrest of the Protector Azamar. Unfortunately, that wound up not mattering one way or another exactly, because thanks to some blood magic by the now Erinese, former second in command of the Scourge Azamar guards, uh, there's like 3 Azamar left in the whole world. 2 Scourge, 1 Protector, and the Protector is this bunch of yahoos. So nobody's very happy with anybody right now. There was a bit of a side trip to Avernus because, well, frankly, because Jessamy, the now Erinese, is completely made of dick waffle. Um, but on the basis of basically fixing various things, they now have to at least subdue Tansy the Vampire, hopefully getting some information out of her about what the fuck Jessamy is doing. And then they have to actually incapacitate Jessamy so that the celestial being that sparked her, or at least her descendant line, can look her in the face and, well, you don't really know, but apparently you're all allowed to kill that one. Just a planetar needs to yell at her first or something. You're not really sure. But there are still some minor chores to do around the place. So the previous evening they skipped off to Belarus to both do the apology tour thing with Hjaal Fortinbras, and also to warn Remy's parents of a couple of potential impending issues, like uh, Southernland's tainted zealots attacking Belarus, or Jessamy using uh, collected blood to take out Remy's bloodline, not just her, because she's protected, not so sure if her bloodline is. The problem with blood magic, it's a bit of a pain that way. Then they went to Hearthhome, predominantly to check on everybody because they'd sent several Protector Asmar youngsters, and they were killed the exact same way as all the other Asmar were. Um, there's a very, very unhappy Skylar who really just wants to grow up, like right now, declare oath of vengeance, and stab a bunch of people, but you can kind of expect that from an upset 6-year-old. But yes, after the burial of the Azamar children and a breakfast wake, um, they did the teleportation circle thing and wound up back in the little spot in Ambier that's got your teleportation circle in it. And because it's Alice and Rylan with the particularly good passive perception, they're the ones that notice that Niala is sitting kind of sideways on a bench, looking right in your general direction when you appear. She's getting a lot of staring. It's pretty clear that she doesn't leave town very. We shouldn't leave the Bone Orchard very often. And when she does, she probably doesn't let people see her. But there she is, and she's apparently waiting for you. But yeah, the rest of you are like probably halfway into a vampire murder planning. And yeah, Alice is sort of glancing at Rylan like, you want to tell him? Kind of thing.
I think we have some unexpected company.
And if you look in the direction that Ryland's looking, you just get Niala sitting on this bench like, you're all staring.
Hmm.
Do I not even rate a thank you? I was wondering if I just didn't rate a hello.
Oh, hi, it's good to see you. It's just surprising to see you outside of the estate, I guess.
Well, yeah, but we figured you were coming back today, and we kind of figured that you might want a progress report without having to haul your asses all the way back up to the Bone Orchard. And your choices were me or Alana.
Ah,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That makes sense, yeah.
We do appreciate it.
apologies. It takes us a bit to reboot when we're surprised.
How are you adventurers then? How does
Luck,
this work?
probably?
Mostly
Uh,
Alice and
Addendum:
Remy. That's
non-violently reboot.
Alice is like, you haven't seen some of these guys when they're martially surprised. I believe the words from standing to pancake have been involved at least once.
yeah. The ghoul
It was a
gasped.
ghast, not a ghoul.
Gasped. That thing. It. I was trying to figure out how to make it stop. I just made the smell worse, unfortunately. Right.
The report.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, leaving town was probably the best thing you could have done because, as far as I've been able to tell, they kind of figured people seem to figure that you are pretty much done with this city. So, of course, now you're back in basically all your haphazard glory. Um, but it does mean that nobody's gone anywhere. There had been some initial preparations, as far as I can tell, for the shutdown of that particular shop at the far end of the Street of the Dark Gods. There's one minor problem, and I don't know how many of you will actually be aware of this. Um, Barnabas has been here for long enough. Um, we'll go a straight up intelligence check.
All right.
So you probably haven't been here quite long enough for
Nope.
that. No, but that was for everybody, not just
I know.
Barnabas. Sorry. Poor Remy.
Oh, jeez.
No way of
That's
Really want to
justifying
know
a
why we're
history
not
check
marching
for
to the
just.
shop right now.
No, it's straight up intelligence.
I'm surprised I rolled a 10 at all.
So once again, it's Rylan and Alice, and to be honest, it probably makes sense because I mean, okay, Hazel's probably should be a little bit more in tune with nature than she's being right now, but um,
Not my proficiency, Bailiwick, sorry.
oh yeah, but I'm just saying that farmers would generally know when the next eclipse is. We're talking in like 2 hours.
Walk.
Yeah, and that's Alice going. I didn't think of that.
Frankly, did any of us think of that?
And of course,
Not
all the rest
really.
of you are going. Wait, what? Because they haven't said anything yet. It's just
Please
these two
elaborate.
Uh,
Thinking hurts.
Hey, daughter of
We have
the
2
Dawn.
hours.
Yeah, daughter of the Dawn Father. You should know what's happening with the sun.
Oh, that could have been a religion check. Fuck.
You could have made the case for it, but
Dude, I can't predict what's in your head 9 times out of 10. It's enough of a mystery that I
You can
break
still
every time I
ask.
try.
yes, you can actually still ask to make a religion check on the basis of that comment that was just made. If you roll worse, I'm going to laugh so hard.
This is gonna be hilarious. Yeah, I did just
No,
roll worse.
no.
Thank you. You
God.
have cosmic luck power. Stop doing that.
Oopsie. Yeah, you're just you have got Alice going. You're farm girl and you're a cleric of Palor, and you're not getting
It's trying to think and it's glitching because it's like
and
put her on the spot.
Do you want me to just tell you?
I will just
Yes!
tell her.
Please.
Eclipse.
Oh.
oh god,
Halfling
Yeah.
swearing. Just halfling swearing
that's
loudly.
what we need.
Um,
But wait, did you say 2 hours?
Yep.
that is when we start getting actual sun blockage.
Oh god.
We have 2 hours.
All right. Let's go. I can summon sunlight if needed.
Yeah, that's not the problem. It
No.
is looking at Niala. How much do y'all actually know about fighting vampires?
Just to not do it at night.
There's reasons for that. Not just because sunlight hurts them. If the sun is out, they can't summon familiars.
Mhm.
The
But it
reason
makes-
I didn't want Alana coming through here is because I didn't want her to wax poetic about summoning swarms of rats.
Oh.
Or bats. Or both, for all I know. Depends on how powerful this one is. At least you're probably fighting her inside, so wolves aren't probably going to be an issue. Probably.
And Eclipse would give.
No, no. It's only outside that you can summon wolves, as far as I know. Unless, she's got pet ones she's tamed.
Mm.
Animal handling is still a thing, but again,
Yeah.
I didn't want Alana having that conversation, because she wouldn't shut up at that point. So,
Vampire charms and stuff. Yeah.
oh, that happens even without the.
Yeah. Between that and everything she could call in and just more halfling swearing.
Yeah, the thing that I thought of another reason that they were perfectly happy to let most of the guard die. Pulls out some paper, and Cherie looks at this and goes, "Oh, missing persons cases. Does the term vampire spawn mean anything to you?"
Oh.
There's going to be an entire acre of these assholes.
And Cherie grabs the paper. Hey, excuse me. Yeah, Barnabas is witnessing the "shut the fuck up, get out of my way" kind of look from her again. I wouldn't worry, most of these are not as missing as reports would state. Effectively, didn't want to deal with divorce, didn't want to deal with parents who insisted on them going back into farm life and are currently perfectly happy in Agref. Just going through. I don't think there's that many. Most of these have explanations. It's just, I do appreciate you digging that back up. Yeah, why did we have to have the province that had the recluse dragon running it? I'm going to deal with that. What? Sorry, why are you hauling this one to hunt things. That depends on whether or
Mhm.
not they want me around.
She's been really helpful.
We do.
To which point, walks up to Hazel. Then do not let her get dead, because I don't think that uh, Governor Zed could find a better secretary.
We don't plan to.
Yeah, you never
Not in the
planned
slightest.
to, but you don't plan to let
We're going to
anything
do
bad
everything in our
happen.
power to make sure that doesn't happen.
Alice jumps in with, I wouldn't worry too much. If the vampire is going to be pissed at anybody, it's probably going to be me.
Yeah.
Jessamy, same basic deal, but yeah, we have 2 hours, and you say they're probably still at the shop. Well, I mean, obviously they're not. The shop's still open, but obviously she's not, running it right now.
Well, then we best get moving, right?
Right.
Alice is.
Yes.
This is gonna look ridiculous, but just give me a minute. And yeah, I'm gonna need anybody who's curious as to why Alice would be bothering with makeup at this point to make me an insight check. Or
That I'm actually
Clarity can Clarity can use Arcana, by the way.
Oopsie.
Christ, this is when you
Damn.
roll well.
33.
Transcendent deific knowledge. You broke a 30. That is insane.
That was one off in nat 20 too, if my math is right.
Yeah, it's
We can actually check.
Yeah,
No,
she was.
19.
yeah. I mean, each
Yeah,
and
so we're
every
making-
one of you know Alice well enough to know that this is not. It cannot possibly be just makeup, or she wouldn't be fucking
Hold on.
bothering
Hmm.
Hazel and Barnabas. You did see her speak to Twilly briefly before you guys did the teleportation circle thing, and you're pretty sure that small pot changed hands, so she requested something from Twilly. Clarity, who saw the same thing, can faintly smell saffron. That's the ointment that's a material component for true seeing. This is a new one in Alice's repertoire. Remember, she got to level up too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. I'm not alone in seeing into the everything.
Yeah, the thing is that Alice is prepping this ahead of time.
Yeah,
You're
it's just one of the
going
ones
to
that I
be
can
seeing some
cast.
shit.
I mean, I'm sorry, but these fucknuts, I don't put anything past them at this point.
Sure.
Hmm.
So, if I attack something that it looks like I shouldn't be attacking, just trust me on this.
Of course.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have. I think I'll follow your lead on that. But when we get closer, because it only goes for an hour.
Yeah, and we have like 2 to get this done.
Mm-hmm.
Or else we're gonna be in a bigger mess.
Yep.
Besides, it's not like it's going to take us all that long to get to the Street of the Dark Gods anyway.
Yep.
Nice color though too. As she's already walking. Nice color though too. Brings out my eyes.
Yeah. Again. Yeah. Words. I can words. Would I be able to ask Alice for a bit for myself as well ahead of time, just so I can cast it when we get to go time?
Why does the Hand of Fate hate you that much? Um, Unfortunately, I didn't get that much. I figured I could pick some up here if I needed more. This was just a. I happened to think of it before we got pointed.
I'm so used to spells just happening because
You're,
Paylor says so.
yeah, that's the thing. Your focus is different. I haven't had a spell that I couldn't use. You know, various of my other skill sets as a focus either. So I wasn't sure how much to get.
That's fine.
I really am sorry the Hand of Fate rolled a 1 because it's
Oh,
consumed by the spell and I wasn't sure if she'd ask for a whole big tub of it. Besides, I don't figure saffron grows particularly well in Goldendale. The fact they had any at all was probably a bit of a miracle. I mean, we could probably. I don't know if we have the time to stop for this shit.
If we only have 2 hours, I don't think we have enough to stop for anything. Like because the other thing we could have stopped for is holy water, and that's
At this point, we've got enough holy might on side. We're just gonna have to make do.
oh yeah. Plus, we're kind of already built for this just because we're effectively God Squad. You put that idea in my head, don't you dare.
No, I was laughing at the appropriateness of the comment, not because I was mocking you. Are we not used to laughter that's finding you amusing, not mocking you?
I know. That's why I said it that way.
And just literally, not so much hair ruffle, but a kind of a scrunch, crunch, 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 crunch of the banks, which go kind of poof.
I have been infuzzled.
You're welcome. And yes, I think there are actually a few of you that, my God, your floof nuggets got big.
yeah. Yum.
Well, it's sorry. And then all of a sudden, I'm thinking about that one TikTok, which the guy is talking about. The sea is something giant dinosaur nuggets. Apparently called around all over the place. Like, giant dino nuggets. Do you have them? And one guy actually got me to send him the video, and he comes back to me and he says, "It's yarn. Those are crocheted dino nuggets."
Oh.
Numgies.
The heartbreak.
Yeah, it's the pain in that man's voice.
I'm on
Hello,
Dino Nugget now.
hello, giant floof nugget.
Floofer.
Yeah, they don't make gluten-free nuggets in any kind of fun shape.
Mm.
I could make my own.
I was gonna say.
I probably want an air fryer for that though. Deep frying in my kitchen is not fun.
Yeah.
Anywho, yes. There are a few of you who haven't quite been to the Street of the Dark Gods. Um, but seriously, once you get into that, you cross the threshold. It's noticeably darker, and the temperature drops several degrees.
This place is as welcoming as last time.
Well, it's devoted to a subsect of gods who probably don't like the shiny happy all that much. I don't know.
Yeah.
And Shuri is just honestly, we need to do something about this entire street. Knowing about the dark gods is one thing, but we need to vet the people who run these things more carefully. I mean, we have a vampire abducting people. I am going to give the governor a piece of my mind at the end of this. And that is when
Yeah.
Barnabas gets to imagine his girlfriend shouting down an ancient dragon.
Mm,
There is a there's a very distinct difference between an understanding of the entire pantheon and an infestation.
Yes, but you can't really tell one from the other if you're a bloody recluse.
Yeah, that is very much a point that I'm glad you're going to be making to him, because I'm just gesturing.
Yes, well, it's going to be quite the report. I tell you that much. It's also going to involve me being a great deal busier. I'm fairly sure. Oh well, I'd better be getting a raise if I'm taking on more of his responsibilities. I'll say, just sort of gives Barnabas a nudge and quietly murmurs, "You definitely found a keeper."
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Oh, good. You deserve at least the same kind of luck as I had.
Charge.
Yes, but we're getting everybody's moods in a good place.
Successfully, yes.
Yes, well, everybody deserves to hear something nice at moments like this.
Hmm.
Also, I may kind of be trying to keep my mind off the fact that I am the sole representative of my subspecies. I am not enjoying this very much.
Barnabas gives her a quick hug.
Thank you, Reden. I'll have to internalize that at some point, but for now, paste.
Hmm. Let's take it out on a vampire.
mhm.
We're probably going to have. I don't imagine we'll be dealing with the vampire right away, given that
Yeah,
it
it's
is
probably
still
not good.
technically daylight. Righty, so they've had a little change of the of the setup in now. How do we? What are you guys still seeing Hearthhome?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still on that map.
Okay. There we go. It's
Yar.
it's 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 become more annoying. The layout has actually become more annoying, and I dislike it much.
Yeah. Whenever I've run with this, I've found that I have to just, if I get a map, get one that has multiple sections of it for different floors or different other bits, and just expand the whole thing.
No, it's more that the thing that shows which map you guys are on, it's nigglier to move, is what I meant.
Oh, that component.
They changed the
Fuck.
entire UI. The entire UI.
Why?
Yeah, I'm remembering what it looks like
Because
now, because it made PSW running a pain.
possibly because they're trying to keep up with D&D Beyond. I don't know, but D&D Beyond have shot themselves in the foot anyway, so fuck it.
Hmm.
Basically, they've more or less dumped everything from 5e. So now, when you make a character, it'll default to all the 5.5 stuff, depending on what character sheet you're actually using, even though they're supposed to be backward compatible.
They're the backward stuff is forward. There have been a whole bunch of videos explaining the wrong with that compatibility.
They are trying to make it harder to use 5e stuff, and in the hopes that people will use 5.5e stuff. and I don't want to touch it. So, I'm not touching D&D Beyond with a Bard pole. Thank you very much.
I didn't
Well,
even know
just that-
5.5 was out.
It is and it isn't.
Oh,
It's also coming out in kind of stages. So,
Yeah.
1 month is one book, 1 month is the next book, 1 month is the next book, and
Mhm.
it's all weird. I'm sticking with 5e, okay? 5.5 doesn't
Base-
exist.
Yeah, baseline 5e is fine. We don't necessarily need some of these class updates. Some of them are like not great and don't really do anything if at best.
We're gonna leave it real simple. 5.5 doesn't exist.
what doesn't like
exist?
Like Highlander 2.
There you go. I'm not even going there. Mostly because I mostly remember the TV series. Anyway. So, yes, you enter the shop.
Before we enter, I'm going to activate Ash.
I'm gonna have to have a quick peek at your character sheet to remind me what the fuck that actually does. We don't.
Not sure if it's on
We
there.
don't. I thought I put that, but never mind.
But my notes say once per day, as a bonus action, when you activate the dagger, you attack with advantage for the rest of combat.
Right. Yes. I'm not sure I meant for it to be pre-activated, but I didn't say you couldn't, so that's on me. Although, if I said the rest of combat...
Okay, so of combat, is that... I wasn't clear.
Yeah, this is partially on me, but I don't think something like that should be activatable when you're not in combat. Because if you're not in combat, how do you know that you're going to be in combat? What if you avoid combat?
Okay.
I mean, I don't necessarily think you will at this point, but besides, if you get something that just automatically gives you advantage like all the time, I think that like a bonus action or something is not a huge price to pay.
Yeah. I get it.
So, yes, rather unfortunately, despite the general feeling of darkness in this place, is probably still of interest to Clarity. They didn't have this kind of shit in Baronsvere noble persons' libraries. Every book, item, etc. in this place is humming with magic. Not particularly nice feeling magic, but enough that it doesn't take, detect magic to tell. And yeah, sitting, looking through a fairly large, fairly old-looking ledger at the at a desk at the back. Once you sort of peer past a few shelves, etc., is a young half elf, probably nudging in the direction of the teens, but not there yet. Kind of pale. Definitely some high necks going on with the clothes.
How many of us were told that the vampire was keeping?
All of you.
Yeah, and how many of us were told like details about how they looked?
Nobody.
Does it look like the guy?
Ava.
Yeah.
Looking to everybody
Yeah, it
else.
does. Yeah.
Scarlet riding.
Yeah. I mean, on the other hand, then there's Alice, who walks up to the front, grabs this kid by the collar, and slams them into a wall. I really don't want to have to do anything to you, because we're not getting a whole terrible lot of corpses at the moment, so you're probably fucking controlling yourself. But you're still here and you're still working for this dipshit. So, how about you step aside and let us deal with the problem that is in front of us, which will free you from the dipshit, by the way. Because the alternative is I am going to chuck you outside. There's not a lot of sunlight out there, but there's enough. At which point the apparent small child, well, mid-sized child, goes, "You are too good to ever actually do that to somebody." She looks at Barnabas, who I imagine is nearest the door because doesn't really want to bump into things so much, and just gives that open the door kind of nod.
The door is opened.
Yeah, the 10, 11-ish year old sort of screams, "Wait, wait, wait!" But yeah, no more vampire spawn after that. I mean, stops looking like the child fairly quickly, and you wind up with a not that much larger and certainly a skinny. But it's kind of hard to tell the gender when they're kind of on fire.
Yeah, you fucked with an Azimar. Don't do that!
I don't think they're going to have the opportunity to make that mistake again. Does Clarity want to give me because you have Dungeon Delver, which is advantage on looking for things like secret doors, etc.? I'm vaguely recalling.
Yes. So is it perception or investigation?
It'd still be perception this time around, at least to start
Okay.
with, because you're looking.
Okay. Okay. Never mind. Yep. Did my job so well.
Sorry, I really was
no.
trying
Older
to
migrating.
give you that one. But then again, you do have somebody with true sight who's just kind of just vaults the desk, reaches for a patch of wall, hands stop short of the patch of wall, turns what you see as a knob when she's actually interacting with it, and eep. And what you get
Okay
is,
then.
let me start with.
True sight is fun when it's cooperating.
Yeah, it's not that much fun in here, believe me. I'm really happy to be getting the hell out of this room. That's probably my primary vote motivation right now.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just say the astral is not very happy in here.
I'm like looking at Clarity because I know she likes knowledge and just kind of looking a little bit sad because it's like I want to say we need to burn this shit, but person who is the knowledge who understands what the worth of knowledge is right here, and I get it.
At which point, you do have Cherie going, "Remember, you need planning permission to burn the building down." That planning permission will that planning permission will involve looking through and seeing what actually needs to be preserved and what needs to be immolated.
Yeah, thank you for at least saying it in a way that isn't me putting my foot in my mouth.
It's all about the paperwork.
Who makes that call? Whose job is that?
At the moment, Lady Justice.
Oh. Well, all right then.
See if I can have a perusal later.
you can have a perusal once Lady Justice has vetted the contents.
Sounds good.
You will also have to fill out forms. That is kind of awkwardly clambering over the desk after, because that's the other problem is the desk has to be climbed over in order to get to the door because it's really just rammed against the. And yeah, you
I'm
get
looking at it, really tempted to just try and break it, give
the-
up, clamber.
Yeah, because
Save your energy.
that is a pretty significant chunk of desk.
Because this wouldn't be the first time that I just assaulted furniture in frustration.
This is a chunk of solid teak, whiter than you are.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I gave up and went, fuck it, because this is bigger than the throne that I just destroyed out of frustration last time.
Yes, yeah, okay. Yeah.
You remember?
I do, but yeah, no. Um, if it's not one of you wanting to look at the various books and things in this room, it's one of you wanting to destroy things about it now, when we are on a time clock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Characters wiser than my impulses, so.
Yes, I'm just. Congratulations, you're a D&D party.
Oh, is that what we've been doing this whole time?
Mm.
Yeah, well, it's a really shitty alternative to therapy most of the time.
Hmm.
But yes, you have a cellar door. And when LSA opens the cellar
at this
door,
point.
it's very dark down there. There does appear to be a ladder. LSA kind of
Remy steps up to the ladder.
yeah. Well, I mean, LSA is so like I'm right here. I'm going down first, and we can probably arrange a walking order when we figure out what's actually down there.
Okay.
Because I don't know that we'd be descending directly into Tansy's boudoir. Would you want a door to the shop to open right in your bedroom?
Not likely.
There you go. And yeah, tucks her wings in a little closer and clank, 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 clank. Yeah, I mean, most of the rest of you can handle ladders particularly well because, they're designed for humanoids, but I am going to have to ask for, I imagine it's going to be straight decks for Barnabas because you're having to deal with hooves.
Not terrible.
You're a cop. You've had to do this kind of shit before. So, it wouldn't have been very high, but, let's face it, hooves on ladder rungs.
Yeah.
I probably should have been asking before this, but at least we've set the precedent that you know how to shift your hooves, so.
Also,
Mm.
something as large as he is being that ginger going down something is inherently slightly hilarious.
Yeah, it's a. I mean, and to be fair, most of the party can actually see you do it. 'Cause dark vision, dark vision, dark vision, dark vision, dark vision. Thankfully, Cherie has not seen you do this. 'Cause it dark down there. It's also surprisingly narrow.
Great.
Yeah. Alice casts light on her locket, so little glow from her. Okay, this goes on a ways.
So on we go then.
We're gonna have to be careful, because if we've got a corridor like this, Clarity, you know this kind of thing. Odds that it's gonna be there's gonna be traps.
Oh, sure.
Okay, then even with Rylan being Rylan, I probably at the moment have the best ease of noticing than any of you. So me
Probably.
first, and Clarity directly behind me, because if I spot a trap, and I can disarm them, but you are so much better at that shit than me. Beyond that, we probably want at least one person with dark vision to the rear. But situate yourselves how necessary, although I figure probably want someone who can heal behind Clarity, just in case something goes wrong.
I'll go behind Paladin. Or maybe Hazel should be.
Well, I mean, you don't use your spells very much
No.
when you're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody was gonna expend spell energy before we get there, you'd probably be the one.
Do you?
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Ree, you should probably take the rear. You're better at straight up defense.
All right.
And, Hazel, Rylan, Barnabas, arrange yourselves as you see fit. And Sheree is like, well, I'm probably going to be in Barnabas's vicinity, put it that way. Well, yeah, obviously, but these guys tend to need a marching order. Fair enough. I do understand the sentiment. But, so we've got dark vision, no dark vision. Dark vision at the rear, 2 no dark visions, so...
Me probably closer to the back then?
Yeah, you should, I was about to say, you should probably be just ahead of Ree, because if anything is coming in that direction, you're the one likely to notice it. Not because Ree can't see in the dark, but because you're just better perception-wise.
Mm-hmm.
You have elf eyes and ears.
You sure have both of those things, yes.
And Barnabas should be directly in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
because he's harder to get to squeeze past. So if we have me, Clarity, Ava, Sheree, Barnabas, Hazel, Rylan, Ree. We've got a good spread both sides. So if something comes up from behind or if something comes up from the front, we've got... And let's face it, Barnabas can just put an echo somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how involved this is going to be, but let's face it, these people are frustrating.
Should I light my sword, or do you reckon?
No, I mean, I think we're just gonna. I'm gonna turn the light off on this, and we're gonna rely on those of us who can see in the dark. I wouldn't do Pass Without Trace yet.
Mm-hmm.
With this narrow, we'll know if we're being watched. And honestly, how do you necessarily hide anyway? So, carefully. She extinguishes the light on her locket and... Fuck it, let's see how quiet you're being. I would like all of you to give me a stealth check. And it didn't matter, you rolled 6 both times.
How do I manage that?
And Rylan is... Oh my god.
Wall of nervous. This makes sense.
Oh no!
Rattle, 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 rattle.
He's not
The
wearing
rear
armor.
end of our group is just clank
No,
to
not
the-
wearing armor, but like the sheer vibrational energy is causing anything Rylan comes in contact with to rattle.
To be fair, it's largely, I mean, Remy is making all the noise. And every time something clanks, Rylan, who's trying to determine something's coming for them, every time there's a rattle, there's a meep! No, wait, no, that's just Remy again.
Oh no.
So it's rattle, rattle, meep! Rattle, rattle, meep! So it's basically the entire tail end going, yeah. Really? Yeah, Alice points out the first part of the thing is it's a maze once you get far enough down the
Oh boy.
corridor.
Oh, lovely.
But that's okay because what Alice murmurs to Clarity is they made one simple mistake, from what I can tell. They only bothered to trap the right way to go. Points at a pressure plate. No, she's whispering this only so that only Clarity can hear because her stealth check was actually quite decent. And she points down at a particular patch of floor that looking at it, yeah, that's a pressure plate. So if you could give me a thieves tools check.
Yep. 29.
Yeah, you have the convoy
Jeez.
pitched to a halt, probably with Rylan going zip again when slams into somebody's back. As Clarity quite deftly cuts the trigger on the pressure plate, and they continue. Not so good there, are you? Unfortunately, while they seem, and you guys do eventually notice that no, this is very definitely a maze. Thankfully, it seems like there's no questioning which direction they need to be heading. So Alice does at least know which direction they are in. The unfortunate part of all this is that because there's so many switchbacks and turn-offs and stops to cut various tripwires, I'm going to stick with our rolls there because yours was good, and for spotting traps, nat 20, so fuck that. The problem is that with all of that, you don't really know how long you've been down there.
Oh no.
Great.
But Barnabas is the only one who knows that there is one person in your current group you could ask. Because keen mind does involve knowing what time it is.
Cherie's got it, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Like I
Cherie,
say, Barnabas is the only one who knows that. So after you've been wandering a while is when start getting a little nervous about time.
Cherie, how long have we been down here?
At least an hour and a half.
Okay.
I don't know how much longer we have to go is the problem. I am definitely giving the governor a piece of my mind for having a bloody set of catacomb labyrinth in the... Because this isn't sewers anymore. I don't know what they've been doing, but it's not particularly pleasant. I'm going to basically become the governor of this entire province.
DM, well, was I close enough to these two to hear that at all?
Probably.
I just slightly turned. Thank you so much.
For what?
Just for wanting to bludgeon things back into making sense around here.
Oh,
Verbally.
things are probably not going to make sense because every place is weird. But I can at least not have catacomb mazes where better extension of the sewer system should be.
Yeah, tunnels full of blasphemy. How far? How? Is there any check I could roll to tell if this is like a temple complex at this point?
I mean, make me a religion check.
Good God, it feels like someone was building a nonsense pile.
Actually, probably yes. This, nuh-uh. Because you've done a bit more research lately. You're not sure, because it's recent, and you didn't learn this shit at Mount Palor. But given what you know of the Dark Gods, one of them didn't start off as one. And she liked order and pattern once.
Okay. Sheree, you remember how you remember the story about Lolth, right? And what she used to be?
Vaguely, yes. Oh,
So, patterns, order.
can
This
you
whole
can
place is
you
really regimented.
can you pass along to the front line for them to be looking for spider iconography?
Don't do that. Just sort of
Yeah,
nudge.
it goes you, Ava, Clarity, and then Alice, who's honestly the more perceptive. This probably while you've stopped while Clarity is taking down another set of traps. This one is more tripwire, so you're very quietly cutting that while Ava's sort of leaning down and
Like, nudge, nudge, nudge. Hey, Ava, pass this on. We got to start looking for spider iconography.
Why?
This is a temple. This is a complex to Lolth, or what she used to be.
Oh, great. Clarity's in front of me, right? Okay.
yes.
Clarity,
Yeah.
keep an eye out for spider iconography. Apparently, this is a temple to love.
Fuck me. What did I say?
Okay. Are we having issues with the? We're having a conversation here. Yes, I did actually hear it. I mean, we've actually already seen some. I just didn't know that it was important. I mean, I don't think most people noticed because either they can't see in the dark or probably mistook it for actual spider web. But look, it points at some of the marble, and you can see very, very faintly. It's probably difficult because black and white, but you can see some of it glimmers. No, that's either white gold, silver, or platinum set into the walls in spider web patterns.
Can those without dark vision see that or not?
No, you guys can't see shit.
That's good.
Oh, they're so pretty. They're spiderweb things. Iconography.
I'm not sure pretty's the word I would use.
I mean, it's like silver or platinum or something. I think it's pretty.
Well, she used to be a good god.
Fair enough.
It's not her fault. Doesn't make her less deadly, but hey.
Yeah.
Why did we get onto this conversation?
Okay, we'll just
Okay,
tell them
huddle. Just huddle as much
Because
as you can.
because I noticed that was way too. This wasn't like just a randomly built complex for convenience. This has been here, and started thinking, wait, temples. Lolth was a god of her drow for a long time until she got warped into her worst aspects.
Okay, how does this affect what we're doing right now?
Well, that could mean any number of things are being channeled through here. Because maybe our resident vampire is going to be pulling from the divine a lot harder than we're expecting.
Okay. So we look out for extra divine spider shit, but clock time's ticking, people. Let's get going.
Okay. That we're coming down to the wire now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
There's only one minor problem with that. We'll move as fast as we can.
Mhm.
Clarity's just undone another trap. But if we're all right about this, the whole pattern, order, and things, navigating a labyrinth would be an aspect of devotion. This is unfortunately that's why. That's part of why, isn't it? It's designed to take time.
mm-hmm.
But
I don't know we have any other options at this point.
You picked the
We
best place for a
don't.
lair.
yep. Um Very briefly before break time, I would like everybody to make this time. It is going to be a straight up wisdom check. And it's everybody but Rylan who's a bit too nervous about this. It's going. Two words for all of you: eclipses end.
Right.
I mean, we were saying the eclipse was an issue, but they don't last forever.
They don't last half an hour.
Uh, they don't. They last. They don't last an hour in your world, perhaps.
Oh,
It's usually closer to 2 with ours.
okay.
But
So
Is that enough time for a ritual?
Could be.
you've performed rituals in a minute.
Exactly.
yeah.
You know spells
Yeah,
better than
no,
me,
I
but
mean for some of the crazier, more extensive ones that are in like stories.
I mean, look at
What are you thinking, Hazel?
More blood magic, knowing our luck.
not entirely out of the realm of possibility. But I mean, even if that's true, it's not. What can we do about it at this right now?
Hurry to disrupt the ritual, even if it does involve fighting a vampire during an eclipse when the sun is no longer in the sky, as it were.
Yeah, move
Basically,
faster.
we're looking at the pros and cons of waiting until the eclipse is over. She suggested a reason not to wait.
Yeah,
We shouldn't wait,
I
just
mean,
in
I agree,
case.
but how are we supposed to speed up the process?
Uh, we don't. We just don't wait until we know the eclipse is over. That's all.
Oh.
All right, back to it.
Yep.
And yeah, this will take a little while longer, and now is about at the break time, but we'll leave it at you do. It takes a while. I'm sure that people will want to ask exactly how long it has taken when you finally stop at the good-sized doors, which Clarity and Alice can both see are also spider patterned with the array of spiders in what nobody actually knows to call a Fibonacci sequence. But yes, after a while, and you'll find out whether you are in or not in Eclipse Town when we come back from break. And either way, then is when you deal with a vampire. And we're back at the end of a particularly long set of maze catacombs. Paused at a door that, and you're still in single file, so you're still kind of squished, because, and particularly Barnabas. Barnabas doesn't quite extend beyond the 5 feet he controls, but it can be a close thing on one side or another. He has an easier time controlling that 5-foot square than anybody else. Yeah, you're at this door. Does anybody want to ask any last-minute questions? And Alice as well. That's one thing I can definitely answer you. It's definitely been more than an hour. My true sight has very definitely worn off by now. Shame I don't have any more of that gunk, but I don't have that level of spell in me anymore anyway. We'll do with what we can. How are we looking? We don't have long. We're already in. That's the thing, I don't know what partial eclipse does with vampires.
Well,
I mean, how are we going about this, guys? Okay, we have no immediate ideas and not a lot of time, so...
Let's go in, let's interrupt whatever's happening.
I mean,
Okay,
that's as good an idea as any.
yeah, I'll say, well, Buffy is the door, frankly. Because, you got her strength score, what else are you gonna do? Okay, so at the moment, most of what you're seeing is a little glow in what appears to be the center, and smaller bits round about there. So, it actually knows more of that. So, because you got little torches, but they're not casting a whole lot of light. So there's big patches of shadow. So you see glow in the door. You see a couple of fairly large statues to your left. What might be the start of cages to your right. And in more or less the center of this oddly irregular shaped room is it's kind of layered like one of those fountains that are almost layer cake-ish. That bottom part, the widest bit, the petals of it, so to speak, curve a bit upwards for a couple of feet, kind of like a basin. And on a plinth in the center of that is another one of those lotus-shaped bits and pieces with candles poised on various of the petals. And it's also sort of bowl-like, but more shallow. And inside that, there's a glow of something very deep red. The room largely appears to be empty.
All of us in there?
Well, I mean, Alice has stepped in looking at. Okay, these fountains by the door are full of blood.
Oh shit.
I'll probably follow.
Yeah.
So
Remy
do we
will
notice
advance cautiously.
the series of lights around the second
Okay, yeah, what about them?
like do we notice that there's a gap in them? 'Cause it looks like they haven't fully.
Make me anybody who's looking in that general. Actually, no, because to be fair, we're gonna go with passive perception here. So, Rylan probably would. Alice definitely does.
That puts me out of the running entirely.
Yep, I know.
Something's missing from this.
It's missing a candle.
Ah,
I don't know if that means it's burnt out or if it's an access point.
Actually, Remy cast Divine Sense before anything else.
So that was celestials, fiends, or undead. Yeah, there's definitely undead in that sort of direction.
Remy points her sword that way. That's where we're going.
what's that way?
Oh, you're just mean.
Vampires, probably.
Well, round
Presumably.
about the time you're saying that, you really weren't very far off totality on that eclipse. As Remy is pointing and Ava's asking, "What's that way?" Remy is in the middle of saying vampires when those three fountains start pouring more blood. And since there doesn't seem to be any drain in them,
Oh no.
floor starts filling up. Door does shut behind you, by the way. So now we're going to put
All
people,
of my hate.
now we're going to put people where they are going to be. So, and Alice went in first, so she's kind of there-ish. You can just about see where she is. Remy'd probably have to be more or less in the middle of the room-ish to be able to sense the divine sense, which means she's actually seeing a little bit more in that general direction, but still not quite enough to get what's going on over there. Cherie was probably standing well back. That's most of her. Barnabas standing with her, probably more in the, for fuck's sake, more in the lighted area. Clarity, approximately, where would you be?
I'd probably be close behind Alice.
Okay, so oops, we'll put you there. Unfortunately, it doesn't reveal much else. Yeah, probably a bit more in that general direction, but a bit more in the way of cage wall that way. Do that bit. Hazel?
I'm anywhere, I'm probably about there.
Poink. Rylan.
Given I'm trying to look over this fountain, I'd probably be close to Remy.
Okay, we'll put you there-ish. Ava.
I'd probably be somewhere on Alice's other side.
So, like there-ish?
Maybe a bit more here-ish.
Okay. And you have no dark vision, so you're still not seeing any further than anybody else is. So yeah, door is shut. Place is filling with blood. It's also incidentally beginning to fountain out from there.
We get this much.
There is actually a chuckle from sort of the direction that Remy was pointing, and it's a little muffled. Ryland's the one who really notices that it's a little muffled, potentially by thick cloth of some kind. You think? Oh, there's blood aplenty if you know where to look.
And from which direction is that
The
voice
one
coming
you
from?
were the direction you were pointing.
She advances that way.
Rylan and Ava do actually recognize that voice. You guys actually spoke to Tansy.
Guys, that's what they tell me.
Awful. Why?
Yeah, Alice is
Raise
just
my,
taking wing at this point because
yeah, I'm raising my what rifle.
yeah, you guys are with the exception of Alice who has wings, and thankfully the ceiling's not particularly low. You're currently about up to your ankles in blood.
That slower movement. Not
No,
quite.
you haven't actually even rolled anything yet, because all you know is that you heard this.
Mhm.
This is just blood gushing out of places.
Any ideas?
Remy heads towards the voice.
Okay, I
I'm gonna
mean that
forward to.
is yeah. I mean to be fair, you guys are in hostile terrain, so your movement your movement speed is halved.
A little difficult.
Yep. So we get to there. To you kind of have to squeeze at that point, cause yeah, at that point. Oh, you are such a bitch. The blood is filling up the room fairly quickly, and when it gets to about mid cough, Clarity notices that the blood coming from that bit in the middle,
Mhm.
when the blood in there starts pooling into it and they mix, there's it's difficult to describe how it actually looks, but it takes you a second to notice now it's flowing backwards. All seems to be getting sucked up into the middle of that pedestal.
It's coming out of the walls and into the.
Nice.
Well, it's coming out of those three teal and red bits on the walls there.
Gotcha. Because
And
that is a weird.
and when it filled up enough to spill over into that bowl shape there, the bit in the middle, which again, Clarity, Rylan, it probably notices because they were also looking at the fountain very specifically, and so and Alice just has passive perception out the ass, so it the blood level decreases, stops flowing out of the fountains on the walls after a minute. Well, second, really. But you know how that sort of thing feels like it takes forever. And shoop into the top of that. I mean,
What?
you're
The fountain's sucking it up, you guys.
yeah, that's the thing. By the time you say that, it's done. It took surprisingly little time. You're all up to
Why?
your calves in blood, but
Why?
and
Been good.
that is okay. So actually now Remy can, and the first thing she sees is there's a curtain, which somehow seems to have blocked the blood. You have no the fuck idea how. Magic is probably the answer. But because they've been in hiding, quick look. Okay, so wrong button. So let's see, 5, 10, 15. Hello, vampire spawn. Vampire spawn the first, anyway. Oh dear. Remy, what's your AC?
21.
Yeah, no. So
Oh
Oh,
boy.
great, they were invisible.
no, they were behind the curtain.
Mhm.
You guys just didn't get that far. So, can you make me a strength save, please, Remy?
Of course.
Okay, this is a good thing. This is a very good thing. Because it means you did not get grappled by the first attack, but that it still did hit. So, where are my d4s? Yeah, my d4s. Oh no, wait. Instead of dealing damage, no. Okay, that's fine. So you don't take damage off that one. Fuck. Going to. Yeah, no. It's gonna keep trying. Make me another strength save, please. No, you're still good. This is just spawn, so you're okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll get some more room. Okay. Oh, come on! 18, 17, 16 for base rolls. You're supposed to be random! I'm sorry, Remy, another strength save. They're gonna keep trying. It's just spawn, you're okay. And that one missed. Alright. So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hello. Oh, that missed. That also missed. Apparently, my dice like clarity an awful lot. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Nope, they're not getting anywhere near there as yet. Now we're looking at Yeah, okay. They've done what they're gonna do. Now is the initiative time.
Yay.
Okay, so
Wait, what?
so
Oh, jeez.
oh shit.
I swear, you two in that basket.
All right, that's just not fucking fair. Okay, so that's so now LSA. Christ, I keep forgetting what her initiative is fucking nuts. And Cherie is. Nope.
Do I even want to know?
She has a two to initiative and she rolled a 4.
Oh
Sorry, but sometimes my dice just don't like me. Sometimes.
no.
Sometimes. I mean, it's more that I keep forgetting that Alice's initiative is 6 now.
Meow.
Well, yeah, an awful lot of Nirms, so. Oh, that ain't good. that so ain't good. So that's. Um. Wow, it's saying something when Hazel's got one of the top initiatives. She who is consistently bitching about what her dex is.
Yeah, somehow I rolled stupid. I am half tempted to just delay. If that's even possible, because
You might not necessarily want to. No, that's wrong. So,
yeah, that very much depends on what we're about to witness.
Mm-hmm.
and then that's um. I'm gonna go with alphabetical order for the two 11s.
That works.
Well, it's just because you're. I would have gone by the higher dex score, but you both have the same dex
But
score.
it's the same number.
Poor Ava.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes. Well, I suppose no. Light isn't a.
Well,
Light
currently it
isn't
is.
a-
The only reason that the fog of war is down is because it's for the people
Mm.
who have dark vision. So
Oh right, yeah. So yeah, there's some. I can't really see some of the.
so what's going on. I mean, given that I'm sure somebody's going to want to throw some daylight around the place. So
Mhm.
let's see. That's excuse me. Yeah. Okay. See, the part of the reason that this is a problem is because, let's see, that's 5, 10. Yeah, because that would have been 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. Okay, can... What's my range for this? Barnabas, would you please make me a charisma saving throw?
Oh, boy.
Okay. Hmm.
Oh no.
Um, yeah, because, from... I mean, to be fair, this is shadowed corner there, so you're not actually seeing any of that, because that was a very unfortunate stealth roll. Um, Barnabas is hearing cultured voice. Seems quite nice. You are going to stop them from trying to hurt me, aren't you? Yes, yes, you
Oh
are.
Oh no.
You see, that's the thing. You don't have to hurt them. This is just charm. This isn't mind control. This is, wait, shouldn't we hear her out? So it's interference. It doesn't have to be violent.
no.
I mean, we could try to talk this out like civilized people.
We're gonna have to wait until that's until that's actually your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Alice, meanwhile, does have dark vision. This is going to be awful. This is going to be awful for all concerned because Alice A has dark vision, so it can actually and a decent passive perception to actually see that fuckery. So Barnabas is going to be mildly horrified at the fact that Alice is kind of drifting over to there. And we're gonna be doing the attacking. Let's have a quick look and see what my possibilities are.
Angelic flashbang out.
uh, I mean, theoretically, but given that her blades are probably a little more oomph as far as that goes. Mm. Yeah, that's gonna be an ow either way. Okay, and we're gonna tack on a blinding smite to that. Oh, yes.
That's all good.
That's
Fuck
good.
yeah,
That's
Alisei.
good for you. That's gonna be good for her as well because she's got a vampire in her face. No, that's attack 1, attack 2. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna save the smites for the moment, so that's yeah. So those who can see in the dark and are 30 feet close to this thing, are seeing Alisei, yeah, pretty comprehensively fucking fucking Tansy up, because she be like that sometimes. Okay, so then that's spawn 1.
Oh,
Oh, that's just mean.
apologies. Is Tansy like
Yeah, she was in
that? Would
stealth.
be
She was in stealth.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Sorry, that's still like blocked over in no line of sight, and I
Oh,
can.
well, yeah, that's because I was pretty sure that the closest people were not didn't have dark vision, but you're within 30 feet, so I'm just gonna have to say that you guys who don't see in the dark, can't see shit. Remy, can I have another strength save from you? Oh fuck. You are now grappled. That does mean you take no damage. However, it does mean that uh, Vampire Spawn is in position to bite you.
Welcome to the fun part of their power set.
Oh shit.
I mean, you know when Rorschach said you're trapped in here with me?
I mean, also true. They're getting alarmingly close to a paladin, which is potentially a poor decision.
Yes, however, it is a grappled paladin who has actually been bit. So that's
Oh boy.
1d6 plus 3, so that's 8 points of piercing plus 6 points of necrotic. And your hit point maximum has now been reduced by 6.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't get chomped on.
Nope.
This will fuck you up. This has killed people in Strahd.
I bet it has.
Hazel.
Oh boy. Tansy over there. Remy in the middle of what looks like a vampire clusterfuck. Oh boy. Right. Bonus action, click the boots.
Okay.
I am speed.
You is
Yeet.
Gotta go back.
And just to try to get this to work, start by casting Zone of Nomph, which is to say Spirit Guardians,
okay.
specifically at 6th level.
Okay.
Fine.
So I'm going to generate that zone.
Okay.
Which is 15, which is a distance of 15 feet around me. And I'm going to haul full hasted ass all the way over here.
Wisdom
So I
save.
just start glowing. There's flitties all over. I'm emitting.
It said
Well, I'm
six.
emitting a 15-foot light radius, and all of our friends here just entered zone of ow.
Well, that entirely depends. See the because it says wisdom save. What's the spell save?
Spell save DC is 16. On a failed save, they still take a chunk of that damage. It's
half
3.
of that damage. It's usually half the damage.
Yep, which would be half of
3d8.
No,
Yeah.
it
Half of
already rolled for the damage.
Yeah, it rolled. Yeah, it gave me 2 16s for damage.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, they're taking 16. So
So they're not gonna get slowed down, but that hurts.
that does in fact hurt.
Yeah. Zero recall if they're vulnerable to it, but doesn't matter. I'm making a zone of pain.
They're not, by the way. According to Raw, they are not.
Yeah, that tracks, because not every undead is weak to radiant. Ray burning, and that's my turn.
Okay. Well, spawn number 2 doesn't really need to worry too much about this, because Remy is grappled. So that is. Oh no. No, that was not a good thing to have happen.
Oh no.
Not a good thing to have happen. Okay, so that's 13 points of piercing. 14 points of necrotic, and your hit point maximum goes down by 14 points.
That's 20.
Okay.
Oh god.
Short. We have to kill this thing ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
And while it's actually no, it has a second attack, so it can only bite once. It can only bite once. Was scrabbling, but got a few nips from a spectral flitty. And yeah, is not. It's Remy, I believe, is at disadvantage for this. Actually, can. All right, we're gonna
For
have to
what?
look at. Well, we're having a look at the grappled.
She's not at disadvantage or anything, I don't think, because she's not restrained.
Yeah, it's just grabbed a hold of her.
Okay, yeah, no, okay, so, yeah, that's, if, Hazel and Remy would like to make attacks of opportunity if they want to spend their reactions that way.
Yes.
In my case, I'm going to hold off.
Okay, Remy, roll damage.
And she will smite it.
Okay.
Plus, I do think that I don't know if this qualifies as another instance of my damage happening, because if it started its turn in the area, it would have to make another save.
Oh, no, definitely made that save, so.
Still burning it again.
I'm aware.
I'm just glad for it.
I know. I get it. I really, really do. So that's
Remy, do you get another D8 because they're undead?
Yes, it's already in.
Okay.
it adds everything to the
Okay.
can we
Gods for that.
can you all shut up? I'm trying to do mathematics and I'm bad at it as it is. 34. Yeah, it got a belly full of Remy blood and 5, 10, 15, 20, and hiding behind the curtain for the moment. All right, so that leaves us with it's currently Spawn 3's turn. So, what's your AC, Clarity?
17.
Oh, boy.
Okay, can you make me a strength save, please?
Yeah, I'm good at this.
Oh no.
16.
That does avoid the grapple,
Woohoo!
but you're gonna have to do it again.
Sorry.
What?
Remy.
She will raise up her sword by the light of Palor.
God, now I've got my power of Grayskull in my head.
Yep, she does. She does the She-Ra thing.
I love you. That is great. I love you. Thank you 1,000 times. Noms?
Cast that on herself
Yes!
and start radiating.
She does briefly. However, the radiant sunlight of her, it's like it gets pulled off like a veil and into that in the center.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Nope. Me neither.
So, yeah, unfortunately that is the spell slot. But as a this is predominantly for Noms have played it too, but it's predominantly for Smeagol. This is eating the sun. Be grateful it's not all radiant damage.
Mm.
So it looks like it's sucking in.
It has, that's the thing. It's
Okay.
like she starts to glow and then the glow is
Okay.
off of her and into
Blasphemy!
bonus action, anything else?
Nope.
Barnabas.
Barnabas is very, very dismayed at Alice attacking someone who we need to, give a chance to hear out and everything. So he's gonna try to get in between them, hey, we need to talk to her. Not gonna try to fight her, but just bulk.
To be fair, it's kind of impossible to separate two people. Your option is a shove, which is probably more violent than you want it to be, or a grapple.
Grapple.
Okay, so give me athletics. Actually, don't fucking bother.
Okay. I was gonna say, this should not go well for me.
Well, to be fair, you've got the strength. It's just she's got the strength and my dice luck. So I was just, I was thinking to myself, they've got comparable strength scores. This should be Oh no, that's my dice. Never mind. And basically,
How much shoe leather are you tasting?
She doesn't even really have to. He tries to wrap the arms around it. You know how strong swan wings are? He wraps the arms around thinking, and then boom, because all she has to do is spread the wings and not hurt him, but no. Rylan, this has got really stupid. stupid now.
Just a bit.
Just that feels like an understatement. Um. Well. Shit. I had a plan, and now we have chaos. Oh god. What am I thinking? Eeny, meeny.
Protocol.
We had a plan, and the plan has gone sideways. Eeny, meeny, miny. You know what? Rylan is panicking. I'm gonna do what I normally do, which is just blast into the faces.
Okay.
Good
So
idea.
anyway, I started blasting.
So anyway, yeah, pretty
Who
much.
are you guys, come on. We've got 20 minutes. Who are you blasting at?
I put a highlight. I'm blasting Tansy.
Okay.
I
That's gonna be a disadvantage. Because I should have mentioned if Barnabas was attempting to grapple her from behind, he would have moved over there.
Oh, okay. So if Barnabas is out of
Well, that's the thing.
that's a
Even
that
if Barnabas hadn't been in the way, Alice was. You need to move.
yes. Rain is doing line of sight math. Does
Unfortunately,
getting me down
everybody's
here give a better line of sight?
somewhat. Yes. I would be. I. That's less you're rolling at disadvantage. That's more you only hit somebody else if it's a nat one.
Yeah,
There
which
we
I would
go.
rather take, admittedly, within the dire strait. 3 Eldritch Blasts. So anyway, I begin blasting now.
Mhm.
26 to hit.
Roll damage.
First damage.
Okay.
Second blast.
Nope.
18 to hit. No. Third blast, less. Great.
Well, you still hurt her. Well, and now Barnabas
Fair.
has somebody that he could actually stand a chance of grappling.
It's fine. I know what I'm doing. I have a plan. That's my turn.
Okay. Hello. Tiefling gnomes. I am going to break these dice for you one of these days. Can you make me a strength save, please?
Yay.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. Well, fuck. Okay. It could be worse. It could be worse. It did not roll a nat 20 this time. So that's 9 points of piercing damage. 10 points of necrotic damage, and your maximum hit points go down by 10. And that is turn. Ava.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up a little bit
Okay.
and fire at the one.
The one that's
Yeah.
currently nibbling places that only Hazel is allowed to nibble.
Would I get the sense that what's it called? Divine favor would be better than Hunter's Mark, or would they sort of even each other out?
I mean, it's more or less the same thing. It's up to you which one of those you use. I mean, I'm not going to tell you which is the better thing to use. You either read through both of them before or while people are taking their turns to find out which you like best, or just pick one at random. Don't care.
Let's do divine favor.
Okay.
And two attacks. First one.
That very much hits. If you want to add your D4. Nice.
Oh, yay. Second one. 2.
Mhm.
Oh.
Okay. You're just gonna have to remember at the start of your next turn that you need to use a bonus
Reload, yeah.
action to reload. Alright, what
Correct.
have I got? Oh, sorry, incidentally, Barnabas, at the end of your turn, I should have asked you, and it turns out I was going to leave the rolls as it were, because I think your modifiers are more or less the same for both. Make me a wisdom save. Fuck. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Right, so... Yeah, no, that's going to be my best option. So that's wisdom save. Yes! Okay, so that's... Right, 4d10 psychic damage. Ten, 25, 28. That's all of it, isn't it? Pretty sure that's all of it. Which it'll take after and... Yeah, it's not immune to frightened. So, yeah, Sheree...
Oh,
Barnabas can't see this because still can't see worth shit. But she knows approximately, because every time Alice hit this bint, you know, there was a bit of a flash. So that direction, there's a faint jingle that Ryland's the only one with the passive perception to hear of charms on a charm bracelet, and some murmuring, arcane murmuring. And now it's Tansy's turn, and Tansy is actually terrified.
What?
Sheree is terrifying.
Sheree has phantasmal killer.
Twitter.png actually works.
It's been quite the thing. So there's the problem. Trying to get away is not going to happen.
Bullshit.
So yeah. Oh, actually, it kind of is.
Oh, that is the best CC.
Right, because frightened only means can't attack Sheree. And has to move as far away from Sheree as possible, which is 5, 10, 15.
I
And
still
you
love
know
what that does.
what the real problem with Charmed is from a vampire?
Oh,
what's
no.
that?
It means you're a willing individual to bite. No
Oh,
save.
crap.
No attack roll.
Oh no.
That
Well, you're a creature of the night now.
wondering how well that's gonna stick in a few seconds.
So that.
Oh jeez.
Go over there. That's
It's
Four-
that grumbling.
4 points of piercing damage and 8 points of necrotic damage, and your hit points are reduced by total hit points are reduced by 8.
Gotcha.
And currently kind of hiding behind you. But oh right, regeneration. That's okay because it doesn't actually count because that's about as much as Cherie's Phantasmal Killer has taken off her. Okay. Yeah, I have to look at something about my old bardic shtick. That's an action, motherfucker. Well, it's better to have Barnabas not get freaking eaten. Then again, no, there's... Should have seen what happened with Remy's.
If it's Alice's turn, then you skip me.
Oh shit! Yes, I did, didn't I? Fuck. Probably because you had the same number of... You had the same number in the initiative as somebody... Where is your initiative anyway? Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry, we'll go with you, and then I'll go back and dealing with that, because I don't imagine that... It gives me a second to think about what's going on here with Alice anyway. So, go ahead. Entirely
Okay,
my fault.
so I'm still grappled, right?
Yes. Your
Okay,
movement speed is 0.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna bonus action activate Ash. And then I'm gonna stab this
Okay,
lady who bit me.
okay.
Let's see. Dagger. Natural 20.
Nice.
And that also includes sneak attack, because it was at advantage.
Okay.
That would be twice, yes? Because
Bang.
it was a crit. And is it still up?
Can I do maths?
Okay.
Please don't rush me. I get it. We're all very excited. I am too. But yes.
Okay, and then Divine Smite.
Okay.
Where is...
Mm-hmm.
And mine doesn't add the D8. So. Another 2.
Still up, barely.
That is my turn.
Then again, it's gonna be doing a little bit better in a minute.
Oh wait, I get two attacks. I forgot about that. I'm a paladin now.
But we're getting... I think we're getting a little slap happy at the moment. So go ahead.
Okay. Another natural 20.
You know what? Fuck that. I don't have time for this. Marion doesn't have time for this.
taking my turn.
No, I know. It's I'm sorry. I'm tired, and it's a little stressy, and I feel bad for having skipped you, and then we're forgetting what everybody's supposed to be doing, and like I say, that was not meant to be as angry as it sounded. I think we're all a little slap happy right now. So I apologize for my tone, but we do need to try to move this along because
All right.
man, so far, one of the spawn is entirely untouched. Right, so I've gone through Tansy's turn. Sorry, Barnabas, we have to do something about this.
Mhm.
Alice, well, this is internal because what Alice is going to do is she's gonna cast Dispel Magic right there.
Ooh, yes. Good thing. He's not.
So yeah, more gestures than anything else, and Remy's too busy dealing with vampire spawn to really do much about it. But gets retry it now. And that's more or less her turn. Spawn 1 is not happy with any of this. Has got some health back. Memory serves me. Regeneration. Yep. This restores 10 hit points. Miss. That hits. But at least not grappled, so you're okay. Oh, no, wait a minute. Had you grappled? Number 1 had you grappled.
The one that bit me.
No,
which I
no,
think
sorry,
is...
not that.
Oh.
This is Remy.
Oh,
I was
okay.
trying to remember
Sorry.
which spawn had Remy grappled and 2 bit and ran. So 1 had you grappled the whole time. So I'm just gonna roll again to be a little bit less mean. Well, managed to chip a tooth on your, and but it's still clinging like possum baby, but is actually taking more damage doing that. So, Hazel,
Uh,
I have made
vampire.
I've made note of your.
Thank you. So vampire got zarped. Okay. There are things I saw going on the other side of that flower that are a problem. Is it possible for me to go through it, or are these petals too much in the way?
Too much in the way.
I have to go around. Okay. I do have double movement, but difficult terrain, so have.
Well, no, sorry, you're not difficult terrain anymore.
Ah,
Well, when all the blood went away, it stopped being difficult terrain. You're not walking through liquid anymore. Remember the blood got drained all back up into the top of the thing?
right, yeah. Yeah, I just forgot how much of it was required for difficult.
There's
Well,
like occasional splatters. It sucked up an amazing amount of it given stone floors. Anyway.
that is a lot of Hoover. Let's see, I'm gonna try and go around this way to get to here.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, because you control that space. 30, 35, 40, 45. They're good?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
So that's
yeah, 'cause if I
wisdom
don't
save. No, that's saved. Okay. So that's going to be at the end of its turn, so.
yeah. And since that's hasted movement, now it's like, oi, you, off. And I will attempt bonk.
That definitely bonks. That was the only one that hadn't been hit yet, so that's
And applying that, which is 2d8.
okay.
And
Wait, are we level 13 or 14?
You read as level 13 ranger, level 1 cleric.
Oh, right. I'm an idiot.
and second
No,
bonk
you just don't
from
read very carefully sometimes. No.
that one does not successfully hit, and yeah, that's me. I'm gonna stay here because hi, you're getting handsy, and I don't like that.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And you're still grappled. Shit. Remy, that's 9 points of piercing, 4 points of necrotic, and your total hit points go down by 4. Don't worry, it can only bite once and misses you the second time, so you're fine. Number 3. You know what? Oh, right, and also gets more hit points back because didn't end turn in sunlight, so that one gets, well, 60. Yeah, so Maid of Ow is going to attempt to deal with the source of the ow, I think. And fail miserably. So going to attempt, well, frankly, fleeing. So Hazel, attack of opportunity if you want to use the reaction.
This time, yes.
And Clarity, same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that hits.
13.
Yours does not. So that's
Just radiant damage, radiant damage, radiant damage. No.
minus 20. So yeah, ow, but getting out of the way. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Hello. Hello, Riley.
Oh, I see how it is.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, Remy, you're you're still having a problem with spawn here.
Yet she will do the light of Palor again.
This time, it actually works. And does not get sucked up into the, of course, I don't think there's actually anywhere to go from a 60-foot, yeah, there is no place to hide from this, so fine, okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Barnabas, well, you're being helpful. Is there, I mean, Nobody seems to be well. Nobody is attacking your new friend yet, but I'll say probably gonna. So you can just talk and then use your and hopefully make a wisdom save again.
That's exactly what he's going to do. Just make more blubbering. Wait a minute! Don't attack her noises and
Okay.
try to. Barnabas needs like a collar or something to snap him out of it because this is the second time his brain's been whammied.
He's a fighter. He is not designed for smart.
This is why Remy got a counter charm tattoo. So
All right.
you've gibbered now.
Probably not.
From her?
Probably not.
No. Getting closer though. You're kind of getting somewhere at the back of your head. That's sort of a, wait a minute. But anyway,
He has brain.
Rylan.
First order of business is there is a dingus in front of my face. I'm going to use my bonus action such that there is no longer a dingus in my face.
Again!
Please.
I would like to loop up to here next to Ava.
Point. Okay.
I would like to now use my action to resume blasting because I'm trying to go fast here.
Okay.
First blast.
That hits.
24. Rolling damage.
Okay.
Second blast. 18.
Not quite.
Third blast. No.
Okay.
That is turn.
Spawn 4 is dead. Ava.
No one by us. I'm gonna. Hmm. Can I get into a position where I can shoot one of the ones by Remy?
I mean, you can shoot over the, you can shoot, well, your best bet would probably be, spawn 2, this one over here.
Mm-hmm.
Is, that doesn't so much have the plinth in the way.
Alright, then we're gonna aim for him then.
Well, I mean, to be honest, given you could just use his shoulder as a support.
First reload, then reload.
Bonus action reload, and then...
And fire. Mm. That's one.
That does, in fact, hit. Just, and still up.
How come my first rolls always roll so much more than the second? Damage roll.
Get, well, attacks too. But maybe it's just burnout. Right,
I think that's like it.
Cherie. What does Cherie have in her bag of tricks? Oop. I was more checking on things. Push the wrong. Who's it? It's definitely not what I'm after. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. We're well past time. Magic missile 4th level. we're gonna really piss Barnabas off or concern him by aiming them entirely at Tansy. So that's d4 plus 1. So, oh, fuck.
What?
Never mind, I'll pick that up later. 1, 2, 4, 6, 10, 11. Okay. Oh, no, wait a minute. There's one more. Okay, that's straight up 100. Alright. Clarity.
I'm gonna go up to Tansy and give her a couple stabs.
Crunch, crunch. Okay, there you go. Unfortunately, she does. Well, I mean, you've got advantage anyway, but it does not count as her being flanked because Barnabas is on her
Yep.
side right now.
Yep, I figured. So first one, 22.
That does hit.
Sneak attack. And I'm gonna put another smite in there.
Okay.
And then next attack. Come on. Why didn't it go? There. 20.
Okay. Yep.
I don't know what happened there, but
It
7%.
hit anyway. Yeah. So
Yeah.
good. Okay. Great.
And then I'm gonna disengage and go back to where I was.
Kind of there. That'll do. Right. So okay, so that's Tansy also taking 20 radiant damage simply because she is in the sun. Right. Okay. You know what? We're really. Oh no, because she's afraid of her, so you can't move any closer to her. Yeah, you know what? No, we have tasty noms over here. Hi, Rylan. Fuck. Your is your AC over 20?
No.
Didn't think so. So that's 2 piercing. 7 necrotic, and your total hit points are down by 7. And she's also taking that same 20 in damage for means we're done with you. We are so done with you. My friend is not a juice box. Is that where's my d8s? There you are. Attack number 2. Yep. Yeah. That pretty much finishes off Tansy. Finishing off with head lopped straight off because we're done with you. Although, in all fairness, because Vampire makes a spirited attempt to remove the head, but mist back into sarcophagus. You can deal with her like next session. And Barnabas is like, "What are you doing? What am I doing?"
Oh no, not again!
um. Next is Spawn 1, who's taking the owl from the sun now. Still grappling Remy. Hello, tasties. Fuck. That's cocked. Should have left it cocked. 7 piercing. 6 necrotic, with your total hit points going down by 6. Now it's claws.
Okay.
Misses with the claws. You've got too much, like, armor. Hazel!
Right. Dealt with Hansy. I'm for the other problems. Deja vu, I have been in this place before.
Yeah, okay, because we're a little bit we're past time, and also because it's gonna die when at the start of their turn anyway, because sunlight. Number 2, it's gone. Thank you very much. Spawn 1 is still standing.
My axe is fight.
Still standing. Just. No, no longer still standing. Never mind.
Yeah. Just into head.
Spawn 2 is gone. Spawn 1 is gone. Spawn 4 is gone.
Wrench.
Tansy is gone. Spawn 3. And we're not getting near the glowy. Oh no, wait. Spawn 3 is. No! Spawn 3 is dead by sunlight too.
Yay!
So, at the end of that, those of you who have had your total hit points whittled down, please be advised that you get them back after your next long rest. This could be worse. But currently you are feeling incredibly drained, and like at the very least you definitely need like a burger or a steak or something red meaty. But the sun is still effectively radiating off of Remy. The various vampires are dead by sunlight, and Tansy is in her sarcophagus needing a bit of a shakedown for information. But we won't be doing that this time because we are well past time. I do apologize for that. But in 2 weeks' time, we'll deal with that and hopefully maybe like do some recovery shit before you try taking out just me, because I don't think doing that with reduced maximum hit points is a good idea. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye, guys.